This time of year is loved by beer geeks the world over. But why? Well, about 200 years ago,
1810 to be precise,
in Bavaria, Germany,
Munich to be exact,
a future king
Ludwig to be accurate,
had a massive party.
to be correct, a wedding celebration.
And he invited the entire city, and there was food and horse racing and of course beer. Lots and lots of beer.
It was such a success that they did it again the next year, and then again, and again, and again, and again.
And so it was, the Oktoberfest as we now know it was born.
Willkommen bei Planet Beer TV zum Oktoberfest 2023.
Ich wusste nicht, dass du Deutsch sprichst.
Ich tu nicht. Das ist seltsam.
So we're a little late to the party this year. I think generally Oktoberfest runs from like mid-September and finishes in October.
First Sunday in October, 16 days.
But that's not to say that you out there aren't experiencing some Oktoberfest blues and maybe you've got some lager withdrawal. So what we've got is the perfect thing for you, the perfect remedy. We're going to be putting up the original Munich Six, which makes it sound like they're unjustly accused, exonerated terrorist splinter cell. And they're going to be going up against the UK Festbier equivalents.
Free the Munich Six.
Absolutely.
So we've got beers from the likes of Verdant, Cloudwater, Lost and Grounded, Utopian Newbarns and Donzoko, some of the best lager manufacturers in the country.
And to help us out on this one, we've drafted in our lager lover, Johnny Macro.
Johnny Macro!
So John, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
How was Portugal?
Lovely, thank you.
What did you drink while you were over in Portugal?
Superbock, Sagres, San Miguel.
Have you tried any of these before?
Yeah, I've tried Donzoko and Newbarns.
And have you tried any of the German ones before?
I don't think so, no.
So basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to have 6 rounds, German beer and UK Festbier. We're not going to know which is which, they're going to be blind poured for us, but then between us we're going to have to come out with who we think is going to take that round. Before we get stuck in with the blind tasting, we thought we'd give you a bit of added value and go through the official pronunciations for these German beers. Spaten,
Spaten,
Paulaner,
Paulaner,
Hofbräu,
Hofbrau,
Löwenbräu,
Lauenbrau,
Hackepeshor,
Hackashaw,
Augustina.
Augustina.
Runde 1.
Runde eins. Quite interested to point out actually that this is also a battle of serving styles. So the German beers, whichever one this is, are all being served from the bottle, whereas the British ones are all in can. So
Yeah.
I wonder if that will play a part in the taste.
I
or-
can't wait to find out, Chris.
Yeah, so let's... Well,
That's a good start.
I'm not good at that. The good thing is about these beer mats is they soak up liquid, and they were courtesy of Mosaic Board Printers, the channel sponsor.
Absolute
Anyway,
corporate shill.
which one do we start with?
Let's go from the left to right.
Left. So we're going from the Planet Beer TV one.
What's left in German, John?
Links.
Links.
So let's have a,
Cheers.
have a sniff.
Cheers.
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 Okay.
Not sure what I'm getting there. It's just your standard bready maltiness.
I'm getting lager.
Yeah, I'm me.
I think this is going to be a theme.
It's nice though.
We have the first nice from Johnny Macro.
That is good.
That's good.
Sweet.
Yeah, sweet, bit of honey.
Very honey.
Right. I've saved a little bit there because I'm going to go on to number 2. That's a bit more aggressive on the nose, I think.
Yeah, a bit more floral. Much more bitterness.
Yeah.
Less sweet.
What are we thinking?
Type of beer.
I already know my winner.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So I think the best way to do this, we'll do a 3, 2, 1 and push the beer that we think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, I'm just going to have final sips. He's already knows his winner. That one's coming with a bit more to it. It's not as sweet. Oh, that's a difficult one. That is it's almost like comparing chalk and cheese and lager, to be honest.
There's a clear winner for me there, but are we doing it to work out which is the best fest beer or the best beer?
Good question. I'm just
Yeah.
going on the best beer.
Best beer.
I was going
Okay.
on the best beer.
Best fest. But just best.
Best. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh!
So Utopia versus Paulaner. Me and Paul have gone for the one on the right.
Yep.
John's got one on the left. And yeah, Utopia make it 1-0 for the Brits. So very interesting. Round 2.
Runde 2.
Here we go. So, I mean, this is interesting because considering I thought I would definitely be able to tell one of the German beers in particular because it was a darker beer. But I didn't think any of the British beers were going to be comparable in colour.
I think we've been stitched up here, Chris.
Yeah. But I mean, look at that, just caramel.
Yeah, one's clear,
That
one's
is
not.
caramel, isn't it?
Caramel.
Yeah, that's good observation, Johnny Macro. So we've got
Thank you.
a relatively clear one, although it's very dark and cloudy as all hell.
What are you going for, left or
And
right?
let's start with the left. Let's have a sniff.
This is a completely different vibe to the last one.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to pretend to know what to say at this point.
Just say caramel.
Yeah. Ooh, malt. Malty.
Caramel.
Try not to say like Alan Partridge though. Oh, malty.
Oh, it's a bit malty.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I enjoy that one.
Are you not enjoying that?
Now, I really hate that. I don't know if it's because my brain's ready to be drinking something more lagery, I guess, but that it's clearly very lagery, but it's quite, too malty. It almost feels like a different style of beer, but you love it, don't
I'm
you?
a big fan of that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I agree with Paul. I dislike. I mean, I don't hate it, but
I mean, you can see, look,
you obviously
I
enjoy it.
finished it. I meant to save a little bit for the... Anyway, let's go for... Ooh.
I don't know which one I dislike more.
Fair enough.
On the Johnny Macro scale of hatred,
So it's going to be about which you least...
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Best.
I'm really
Something
taking
like
it.
that, yeah.
I'm taking everything back immediately because that feels like an intensely boring drink to me.
I was just about to say boring.
Almost like incredibly dull. Whereas that he's obviously got loads of character to it, and I think it's a nice beer, but I hate it. The fact that I'm trying it in a fest beer drink along, and I don't know why.
Love that. And I think boring is the right word on that one. I just find that... And I know mine looks flatter than a witch's tit anyway.
Quick educational piece. So the original Oktoberfest beers were called Marzens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you'd say Marzen.
You say or Marzen
Yeah.
in
In real speak.
Canuck talk.
In real speak.
in proper talk, proper speak. So Marzens were brewed and lagered and stored in March, ready for Oktoberfest. So they'd be ready to drink by the time October came around. They were quite dark, which is why I think this is a very specific beer.
You think one of these is Hacker Peshore?
I think one of these is Hacker Peshore because that's actually a Marzen, not a Festbier.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Or Marzen.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah. So, 3, 2, 1. British again. Unanimous. So you really hated that one then?
To be fair, the more I drink it, the better it gets. But
Yeah.
they're very similar, I think.
That makes it 2-0 to the Brits, which makes it very interesting going into round 3.
Makes it rare against the Germans, I'll be honest.
Round 3.
Run to dry.
And it's currently 2-0 to the Brits, which I think is actually pretty unprecedented. My predicted score at the start of this was 4-2 to Germany, so that could still
That
happen.
could still happen. Yeah.
Still happen.
And it would totally be like the UK to let something like, you know, a 2-0
Very
lead go.
Spursy.
Anyway.
He's coming home.
Let's
Left.
keep going left, yeah.
Very, very light,
Yeah.
I think. Yep.
That's, I mean, again, I'm getting that kind
Clear
of,
as.
I'm getting that honey, lovely honey kind of breadiness.
It's good. It's good.
That is very lagery.
In darts terms, that is 100 and tasty.
Nice.
I really like that.
I'm already on the one on the right.
Oh
Yep.
God, Jesus. Fucking give us some... Can't really smell much on that one.
So back to boring educational pieces then. So the Marzen was the original Oktoberfest beer. Quite dark, quite malted. I think we've had a couple of examples of that today. And then somewhere around 1990, in fact, I'll be honest with you, exactly 1990, the official Oktoberfest beers became Festbiers. And those Festbiers became lighter in colour. Little bit more, I guess, in keeping with commercial drinking habits at the time. So, you know, everyone liked the lighter, clearer lagers. So Festbiers became rebrewed to match commercial taste at the time. And that's what we're drinking today, really. They have changed a little bit, I think, but the Marzen has now kind of gone away.
With regards to these two, that one's the sweeter, more sessionable.
Yep. Lighter.
I'm really enjoying that one.
I'm not getting much from this one.
This one's very...
It's almost like Bud Light in the last video.
You're not getting anything?
I'm not really getting anything.
Smell-wise, I'm getting nothing.
No.
Which is curious, because I get something there.
I'm getting nothing out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I'm struggling to even think of any kind of descriptor. It's not sweet. Also, second guessing my guess about what that one is or where it's coming from.
Do you want to tell us what it is, or do you not want to influence?
No. I'm always wrong.
Or what
anyway.
you think it is.
Johnny Macker, I'm always wrong.
These videos are essentially just going to be nothing more than like reputationable hatchet jobs. It's terrible for us because we come out looking like we know about as much as we really do.
Is this a lager?
Let's go for it anyway. Let's go dry, zwei, uns, favourite. So, Germany have pulled
2-1.
So Germany have pulled one back. It is now 2-1 as Spartan take a commanding 3-0 lead over Verdant's Festbier. So it was unanimous. It was fair. There was something about this. It just wasn't. It was muted. There wasn't much
Very
going
muted,
on there.
Yeah. Very un-Verdant-like. So
whereas
an
this
outlier,
one,
I think.
I don't agree with that.
I'd drink that.
Halt de Klapper, it's the second half. So it's 2-1 currently to the Brits, but that doesn't mean that it can't be a complete disaster for them. We're going into round 4 now, and it's looking... This is the first deviation of colour that we've got, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also a smell.
I haven't smelt it yet.
No, I haven't smelt it yet.
There's a big old aroma coming off one of these bad boys.
The one on the left, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's quite muted on the right again.
Oh, hello.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That smells like vinegar.
Yeah, I think we might have an off flavour. Should we start with the left?
Yeah.
Let's start with the left.
That's off. Or you can tell already. Look.
Can you smell that?
Yeah.
That one? Does that smell weird to you?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Prost.
Prost.
Because let's be honest, this is probably the German beer. I mean, that's just tasty.
That's just nice,
Yeah,
isn't
it is.
That's sessionable. I could drink stein after stein of that.
And we will.
I'm hoping this is a German one because that's what I'd like to drink at Oktoberfest with a pretzel. Maybe
And a
some
bratwurst.
a bratwurst would be nice, Johnny Macro, and also I think some lederhosen.
Yep. And that little feather in your hat. Anyway, Halt de Klapper. Let's go in for number 2.
Slave driver. I think this is unfair. Yeah, that's off. Don't drink.
It's not off.
I wouldn't say it is.
It smells terrible.
It doesn't
Smells dull.
It doesn't smell
Yeah.
good, but it tastes okay.
It's not off.
It
No,
doesn't
it's not.
rival that.
No.
It is off because it smells. It's an off flavour. You can smell there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's undrinkable. But it's off. That's not at its best by any stretch of the imagination. Which makes me think we've got a canon issue here. Which
I don't mind it.
no, it doesn't taste bad, but it smells bloody awful.
I don't mind it, but it's not going to win.
No, that's probably unfair to judge that, to be honest with you. But that is banging. Drei, zwei, ein.
What?
Eins, zwei, drei. Drei, zwei, eins.
2 each. So Germany have equalised. That was the Augustiner.
Augustina, which is
Well,
good
Augustina.
because I love Augustina.
Yeah.
And the slightly suspect British entry was Newbarns.
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 We were there just the weekend.
Well, we had that last week. It was completely different to that.
I think we've got an
Yeah.
off sample there, so no slight on Newbarns at all.
No.
So it's 2-2. We're going into round 5 now. Cheers. Can the Germans keep up the momentum? The 4-2 that I predicted they could still actually be on.
It looks like it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's round 5.
Wonderful.
And we're currently sitting at 2-2. The Germans have just equalised.
Unbelievable, Chris.
Let's get straight into it. Let's go for the beer on the left.
On the left.
What are we sitting? I mean, first let's have a look at colour. Hazy over here.
Yeah, it is.
Clear, hazy.
Interesting.
I think it's very clear.
Maybe we should have done these completely blind, so we don't actually know what they look like as well. But then by the same token, what would we talk about?
That's not very lagery to me.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not.
One, it's not even clear.
No, that's not lagery.
Two, it's got quite an aroma on that actually.
I like the aroma.
Yeah, but it's not lagery aroma. It doesn't smell like it's going to be a crispy bad boy.
This goes back to the question you asked in the first round. Are we scoring them on best lager, best fest beer, or best beer?
Well,
in
personal
general? Do you know
preference, I think, is what we agreed on. But
because this isn't like a lager, so it's.
I think that's a lager. I just think that's more bitter than anything that we've had so far. That's
100%,
all.
yeah.
And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
There's no sort of clean crispiness that you equate to German lagers. However,
there's a floral element coming through,
but it's nice.
Yeah,
I like that actually.
There's something a bit kind of pillsy about it in that sense.
A good lager for me, especially a good German lager, should be almost like palate cleansing because it's crisp. It's
You mean
clean.
like this one?
Oh, it's gone on the right.
Johnny Macro jumping ahead there, but yeah, that's got almost too much of a mouthfeel. It gives you a bit of a.
There's a lot. Yeah, it's like a nice
It's a nice
wash
mouthfeel.
over.
It's quite a. I want to say chalky, but that's a really bad descriptor for it. But do you know what I mean? If you're drinking clean, crisp beers, and then you've got that, it doesn't gel as a style for me. I don't think
that's good.
But
That's good. Oh,
let's have a go at this bad boy because this looks traditionally more like you'd expect
yeah.
a lager to.
Let's be honest.
We know what it is.
Yeah, we know that's the German one.
Your prediction it looks like it's coming true.
Oh, you've done it again. It's
I mean,
not coming home.
That tastes sensational. That's exactly what you'd expect from, from a lager. There's that kind of
absolutely.
lovely sessionable.
Yeah, it's not overpowering or anything. It's just
That's a tick boxing exercise. So what a good. I'm going to say German lager is because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
I'll be very.
But to be fair, that's
surprised
exactly what the breweries are trying to do. They're trying to do a German fest beer.
whoever's done this haven't tried to do that.
Yeah, but I'm going to be slightly argumentative then to say they failed.
Either they've failed or they haven't tried to do that. They've tried to take a turn.
Possibly, but what I will also say is some of these, especially ABV wise, because we're matching these up by ABV. A lot of these were also similar ABV. That's random then as to how I then decide, or how the pourer has decided to match up those 5.5s to the closest German equivalent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Understood. However, to Johnny Macro's point, I don't know how quality control would have passed that as a fest beer if that's what they're trying to achieve, because it's a different style of it. It's a very good beer, don't get me wrong, and I think I'm enjoying it, but if I'm drinking a German lager,
no, totally. Yeah,
I mean it's a no-brainer there. But yeah, that's yummy.
absolutely smashable. Left or right? 3, 2, 1. Another 3-0 there. So 3-2 at present then. The Germans have taken the lead. They've continued the momentum, long as we may have feared. Hofbräu have just beaten Donzoko, which is a bit of a surprise, John, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We had it last week on tap in the Rose Leaf in Edinburgh.
Yeah, in Leith, yeah.
Leith, yeah. And
Lovely
we
bar.
loved it. We loved it. So I'm surprised that I'm disliking it now. Well, disliking it's the wrong word.
Disliking it against a traditional German fest beer. I
Yeah,
think is the
absolutely.
main-
Yeah.
And I think again that just goes to show situation, circumstance, location,
Yeah.
For sure.
You may well be
mindset,
right. Yeah.
people you're with, or makes a massive difference to the beer drink.
Round 6, the
Runde
final.
6.
Runde Sex. These boys have been waiting to say sex all night long. So, I mean, let's be honest. It's 3-2 to Germany at the moment, but we know kind of what's left. Because of the way we've been doing this, we know that this is basically Lost and Grounded versus
Lowenbräu.
Löwenbräu.
Lowenbräu.
Yes. So, I mean, let's just get stuck straight in. Bang.
Left, yeah.
Left.
Well, left's got a cracking bit of body to it. Lots of carbonation, good head. This one I'm struggling to
That's
get
lovely.
anything from.
That's lovely, that is.
Clean, crisp, banging.
Looks like there should be a little insect stuck in there, like in Jurassic Park. You'd have that one there, you know.
On a walking stick.
Yeah. Let's just put that right in there.
What are you talking about?
That's really nice.
It is nice.
That's a great lager. That's ticking all my boxes, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, so on the right now, give yourselves a little swill.
Oh, I can't get any liveliness in this.
I mean, I think I know which is which. And this is going to make for an awkward score if I'm
Ooh, I
right.
don't know though, you know.
If I'm right.
I mean, by body alone, I think you'd have a guess.
Yeah.
That tastes brilliant, but
This tastes good.
it's got no carbonation to it or head retention. So yeah, but that tastes really good. Bit sweeter again.
Like that.
Yeah, I like that as well.
I like them both.
They're both,
They're both
good.
very good.
And let's be honest,
This is a tough call.
Lost and Grounded, if any brewery are going to be able to smash this, it's going to be those boys because
Absolutely.
they are brilliant.
Well, Lost and Grounded famously won the
Famously,
famously won the macro versus craft lager thing that we did, which you can watch up here.
Yeah.
So what are we saying, boys?
I don't know. I think
Now, boys.
I think we need to do a countdown.
Hang on a minute. Close your eyes.
I'm not falling for this again.
Close your eyes. I'm going to mix yours around.
Okay.
And I'm only going to do it for you because otherwise we'd be here all day. I'm going to switch yours around.
I'll be honest with you.
You're going to blind taste them.
I'll be honest with you. I don't need to close my eyes for this. I literally can't see nothing. I'm just going to go.
Can you remember which one's which?
I'll try.
Keep your eyes closed. Me and John, let's put forward our favourite.
Let me have a...
Final swig.
Oh, I see where you're going. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Drei, zwei, eins.
Ah.
Ooh. So it's literally on Paul now.
Chris,
It's on Paul. Okay,
I'm
so
lonely.
your final swig here, you can have, there you go.
I think I can do that.
Oh, okay, just making sure. Keep them closed.
Do you want me to have a little taster?
Final
Have a-
taste of
oh,
each
God,
one
yeah.
and then put it forward.
Okay.
This is actually quite
I
tense.
know, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know which one my favourite is.
Okay, so
Okay, you ready?
push the one forward. 3, 2, 1. As long predicted, the Germans with Löwenbräu, they've taken it 4-2.
I actually thought that was the English one. I genuinely
Really?
thought that was the English one. I did.
It's not a bad thing though, because let's be honest, these are the guys that made the style. They've put this on the map. They've put Munich and they've put Festbier. They've made it a thing.
It's an art form. I mean, I think if you're trying to imitate a certain type of beer from a craft brewery perspective, your natural instinct as a brewer is going to be put my stamp on it, put my little spin on it, let me do something that makes my brewery stand out in this crowded world of, fest beer imitations. So no slight on any of the UK breweries. I think they've done a really good job. But you are dealing with the OGs of this style of beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
what are you going to do, man?
So I mean,
I'm
yeah,
impressed that the UK ones have
held up as well
held
as
up.
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
That was a close call. I mean, that was great to leave those two to the end.
What was your favourite? UK.
I'm gonna. I'm
I
gonna.
would probably say this one.
That's a good beer. My favourite was Utopia, the first one we did.
I'm gonna go against you guys. I'm gonna say the Cloudwater Fest beer.
That was good as well.
The Marzen, which you guys
No,
weren't
we didn't like
big
that, did
fans
we?
of,
No.
but I actually thought that was.
I hated it in the context of what we were doing, but immediately my stupid brain
Yeah.
kicked itself in the nuts
And I think.
and said, look after yourself. This is a good beer.
But yes, Germany, you've taken it 4-2. You know how to brew a beer. You know how to brew yourselves a lager. Prost, and we'll see you next October, September.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Auf Wiedersehen.